backing up, 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 backing up. How far back do you want to? What are you doing? Like a running start?
Yes.
Wow.
Obviously. No, I'm just putting the bike into neutral so I can turn it on.
You're recording?
Yes.
Okay then. Oh my gosh, I missed this, man. You and I have been planning an actual dual vlog forever and have not gotten around to it. I think, what, twice this whole year?
Well, yeah, I mean, every time we've tried to do a dual vlog together, something has come up.
Yep,
Whether it's me getting sick or hurting myself or your back not feeling well.
Yeah, something. It's been a wonky year for that kind of stuff. Oh, Mrs. K really slows down. Okay, I'm gonna take it like this. Yeah. So hey, you know what? But we did have a question that a few people asked us about. You know, this a few things that they wanted both of us to do a vlog on a dual vlog. So we figured this is a good time to do it. Do you remember what it was? What is today's topic, honey? What is today's topic?
Wasn't today's topic about whether or not it was smart to get a driver's motorcycle license first?
Yes. So what do you get? You know this better than I would, because I had my driver's license long before I had my motorcycle license, but you're the other way. You don't even have a driver's license yet.
No, I have no driver's license yet. And honestly, sorry, Mr. K had to do a flyby. Honestly, I like the fact that I got my motorcycle license first. I know that won't be the case with everybody, but for myself, I do actually prefer it, just because anything that I do now in the car is a little bit less stressful, because I don't care as much about the road rules and stuff like that as I do about the actual driving.
Yeah, you told me this too, and I think I brought this up in a long time ago in one of the earlier videos, one of like the, I guess before we hit like the close to 500 videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I completely agree. I think it's beneficial one way or the other. I think there's I mean, some people brought this up saying that, okay, it's not necessarily a good thing because now you have to worry about road rules and your motorcycle and all those things. You know, I think your back seat is not locked in.
You think my back seat's not locked in?
No, look,
okay.
it's moving, so you're gonna, once we turn around, just pull over somewhere. But,
okay.
yeah, so I mean, it has been brought up before, and wow, Mrs. K's going for the really tight turn. Look at that. Yeah. Cool.
What do you do? Oh, okay.
What,
I was
what
like, are you trying to take the turn the wrong way?
So yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna have their own opinions on this. You yourself, you've actually taken this process. Pull over somewhere so I can close that thing. You yourself have, you know, you're going through this process, right? So
yeah.
Do you think it's a bad thing, or?
No, okay. My whole thing is that even though, is it unlocked? Yeah, it is. Okay, so even though
look how dirty these bikes are, guys. Like, I'm not sure how much the cameras.
It's so sad.
I'm not gonna say much because my bike is not much cleaner, because we are bad bike owners, horrible bike owners. We are just like the worst of the worst.
The worst of the worst right now. I feel so horrible.
Yes.
I don't even know how I have splash marks on my bike, but I have splash marks on my bike. No, what I was gonna say is that it's one of those things where. Okay, I just lost it. Let me try that again. It's one of those things where it's either way, it's going to be something, right? Whether it is about learning the road rules and the motorcycle at the same time, or learning the car and the road rules at the same time. But there's always going to be an issue.
I agree with you. I mean, you know, that's the thing about being a YouTuber, right? I mean, the fact of being a YouTuber is like, people ask us questions and then they contradict our answers. Or some people like our answers, but they contradict our, I don't know. It's really weird, because it's not like, you're never gonna win.
Yeah.
Gonna go left. You're never gonna win, right? Like, it's always gonna be the same old story. You know, people ask and we try and answer, but.
Oh, he wants to let us go. Okay. Thank you,
sir. Oh, rocks, lots of rocks. Oh, that's disgusting.
For me, honestly, I think it's one of those things. I find that the car takes more concentration because you're a wider vehicle, and you don't have the lane to play with. So you don't have that opportunity to, oops, I better move over to the second position because, I might mess up a little bit here or something. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. I think it is one of those things. Ultimately, I personally wasn't sure how this is going to work out for you anyway.
I wasn't either.
Yeah. So, I mean, this was a good test in one way, but you responded really, really positively. So, obviously, there's something to it. Obviously, there is something to taking a motorcycle license before you take your car license.
But I also know at the same point, a lot of people are at... with the whole theory that motorcycling is a lifestyle, not something to be taken lightly, I guess.
For some people, they use their bikes as their main form of transportation, right?
Yeah.
So because some people do that, you end up in a position where, well, for them, let's go left here. For them, it's a different ball game. It's a different requirement. They're doing it daily. They're not exactly in a position where they're, they can just mess around whenever they want, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's that too. But I'm talking more about the whole situation of bike life. The camaraderie, the whole family feeling.
Family feeling. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bike life, the bike family.
The bike life.
But. Really, honestly, though, with the way that the gas prices are going right now, I honestly think it's smarter.
No. I almost don't want to go into the whole gas price thing anymore because I've done that on my Tesla channel, and the whole gas price, I don't want to talk about gas prices anymore.
Well, think about how much cheaper it is on the bike.
Unless you own a Tesla. I own a Tesla. We own a Tesla. That's cheaper.
Yeah, but okay.
Zero gas.
But consider another car that doesn't have electricity running it, okay? It's not battery operated.
Okay.
Those ones would be more expensive in the overall picture compared to a motorcycle.
So basically what you're saying is if you're at that position in your life where you kind of need to get a vehicle, and you kind of are making your choice between buying a motorcycle or buying a car, buying a motorcycle and getting your first license being a motorcycle, it makes sense financially considering that you're just starting out in life and you don't really have the money for the car and for gas.
Yeah, and if you don't factor in the cost of gear, motorcycles are actually cheaper than vehicles.
Okay, fair enough. I think even if you factor them in, I mean, on Ninja 300, when we bought ours, they were around 5,000 Canadian, right?
Yeah, around there. I know.
So, around 5,000 Canadian, which also means we're going to take a left.
Yeah.
Which also means what? And then you're going to add another, like, you can get away with about $1,000 worth of gear, right?
Yeah, about there.
So let's call this a $6,000 expense.
Right.
Okay, if you think about buying a car, if you're going to buy a semi-decent car, you'll probably buy a car around, $4,000 to $5,000.
Then you have a bunch of maintenance.
Then you're going to end up with a bunch of maintenance because that's just inevitable. If you're buying a $5,000 car, you're going to have maintenance. That's not a...
As if or but.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, ultimately, within a few months, maybe, let's call it a half a year for the sake of argument, you're going to end up at that position, right? And look at our good old buddy TLR, right?
Yeah.
TLR, now... That's exactly what he did. He went out and his main form of transportation turned into a actual motorcycle for years, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes eventually you're gonna need to get your license. That's just the way, car license. That's just the way it works. Now you, on the other hand, you're gonna be learning on the Tesla. So I'm gonna be very curious how you're gonna react compared to everyone else. But I think by you being on the bike, it does actually.
It also takes out some of the little things that you don't think about the same way. Like the shoulder checks, the checking to make sure the lane's clear before you go. I mean, a lot of those little things are things that people mess up on when they're new to driving.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's the, yeah, you're right. It is the little things, and I think no matter what we do on this video, no matter what we say on this video, people are still gonna have their own opinions, and people will still have their own way of looking at these things, because ultimately everybody has the right to their opinion, to their to their choice. We got asked, so all we're doing is we're answering the questions, and this is our opinion. This is not something that is obviously just like that's the only way it is. It's just our opinion. So we can go. So yeah, I mean, I think it makes a big difference. For some people, they everybody's gonna have their own things, but you're happy with doing it this way?
I'm very happy with doing it this way.
Perfect. I see a lot of benefits to you doing it this way. So with all that said, I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to love, ride, explore. Most importantly, hey, subscribe. We're almost at what, 2,200 subscribers now.
Yeah, almost 22.
Yeah.
Yay!
So help us get up there. Help us grow the channel a little bit more. The channel has been doing great. And
don't forget the little bell.
Yes, the notification bell. God, it's so important, but it's way too important. And the reason it's important, boys and girls, is because you don't get notified when we upload a new video if you don't get that little notification bell. So with all that said, Mrs. K and myself, we thank you so much for watching. We love having you guys here. We love hearing your comments. So make sure you comment in the comment section. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, because we kind of need the thumbs ups, because algorithms.
Here, I'll help. Thumbs
Me too.
up.
All right. That's it. That's the end of the video.
That's it. Thank you very much for watching, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.